Gentlemen, here's my newest acquisition, a 2021 Kawasaki Ninja H2. Been contemplating buying the bike for a couple of years now. Didn't think it would ever happen, and then a friend convinced me to pull the trigger and get it. Absolutely crazy decision for me, but I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime situation where you can afford it, write a check for it, enjoy it, and you live to tell your story. Bike is pretty much new. I don't think I've hit 200 miles with it yet. It's the 2021. It's got 144 miles or something of that nature. 144.3 actual miles. So I can't pretend to know the bike yet. I really can't, because I've only put 140 miles on it myself. Gorgeous bike, fun, lively. It's all stock right now, as you can see, both from the massive exhaust, which, by the way, does not look as bad in person as it does on video or on picture. The 2021 version, so it's got the Öhlins adjustments in the back. It's also got the Öhlins in the front, but that's on the previous model years as well. And of course the Brembo brakes. I think they call the Brembo Stilema or Stilema, not sure how you say it. Calipers in the front, exhaust all stock, has a beautiful gold tint to it, in case you're not aware of it. Looks fantastic in real life, better than it does in on video, on picture. I personally love the valves for the tire valves that are sideways. I forgot how you call them. Unlike on the ZX14, which is the bike I had before, you can actually put air on your tire at any gas station because the valve stem is kind of sideways. Not kind of, it's sideways. Fantastic bike to ride. All the hype about it, from what I can see so far, is entirely true. Bike is a phenomenon, not just because of the reviews, but also in real life. Absolutely bonkers to ride. Much more aggressive than a ZX14. The bike is snappy, it's powerful, that you already knew. I think the stock horsepower on these is something like 228.7 or something like 229 or 230, I'm sorry, horsepower. At least that's what the manufacturer says. No mods on this one so far. Just put the tank protector, because it didn't come with one, which is insane when you get that type of finish. So this is the silver finish, silver mirror finish. I think it's called black mirror sparkle or something of that nature, but you know, depending on the angle, depending on the lighting, it can be like a really silver mirror finish, or it can actually look like a black metallic with some sparkle in it. Not sure what triggers the color change, but it does change colors depending on the angle you're looking at it, or depending on the lighting. I noticed that the darker it is outside, the blacker it'll look. The more sunlight there is, the more silverish it'll look. So this is the one that's supposed to have the self-healing paint. I haven't experienced it. Hope I don't need to experience it with scratches or anything like that. But the bike is absolutely fantastic. At least it looks gorgeous. People who say they don't like the look of the H2, I can completely understand. But I'm telling you, you have to see one in real life. I ordered mine. I never ordered mine. I'm sorry. I picked it up in Kansas, and when I got it, I had never seen one. As a matter of fact, this is probably the only one I've seen on the street so far. I've never seen an H2 on the street. This when I picked it up, it was the first time I had ever seen in my lifetime, outside and looking at pictures and videos online. So my first impression is that my first impression when I saw it in the showroom was, damn, this bike looks much nicer than it did on any of the pictures I've ever seen. It's a heavy bike, well, so they say. what I find for those of you that have ZX14R bikes that want to switch to an H2, or that are thinking about it, there's a few things I want to point out, and that's really the purpose of my video. First thing, power delivery is very different. This is much more snappy, much more aggressive in first, second, third, fourth gear. The front end wants to go off. I do not have the skill level to ride this thing without the electronics. I can, of course, if I take it easy, but I would have to be super cautious because that thing wants to take off. It really does. It's completely overpowered. This is bonkers. 25 years ago, 20 years ago, even 15 years ago, I think we would have called Kawasaki crazy if they told us they wanted to build something like this, a machine like this. This is absolutely insanely powerful. If someone says this is not powerful, even stock, they're crazy. This is extremely powerful. I'm a big guy, I'm 6'2", and it feels like it's throwing around my weight like there's nothing there's not even anybody sitting on it when I'm riding it. So the bike is snappy, so it's a very different power delivery from the ZX14 when compared to the ZX14. That's number one. Number two, the assembly is way superior, from the body panels, the gaps, the bolt, the finish on the paint, the steering damper, the mirrors, the way they snap into position, the windshield, just everything is superior in the assembly. The frame, and just everything. Not as much fairings going on here as on the ZX14, but it's so obvious how superior this bike is in terms of quality of manufacture, and it should be. It should be, because it's pretty much twice the price of the ZX14. So you better be getting something when you're paying that much money. So that's the second thing. Better built, in my humble opinion, better looking. Even though I'm a huge ZX14 fan, I might still be getting a older ZX14R to put miles on. This thing here is so exclusive, and this is one of the drawbacks of this bike. It's an attention grabber, which is good when you're riding it. It's not good when you're trying to park it somewhere to come back later. This bike gets attention, it gets a crowd around it, and it can be annoying at times when you're not around the bike. You basically have to have it in the garage, pretty much, or you just can't leave the bike unattended. It'll draw attention. People will touch it, will look at it, will come close, and I usually get uncomfortable when people take it to that level. But you have some weirdos out there that will actually sit on your bike or try to touch it. Looking at the bike is fine. Touching it, getting close to it, is a problem. So that's one of the drawbacks of having this bike. It's just too exclusive. Not many people have seen it, and people try their best to get close to it, and sometimes, unfortunately, they get too close and it becomes annoying. Second thing I don't like about this bike is the kickstand. So it's a plastic kickstand, entirely plastic kickstand, and I just feel that this kickstand is trouble. One of the first thing I'm going to change on the bike, this kickstand here is plastic. It's lightweight, which is a good thing. I just feel like it doesn't snap into position, and it's not, it doesn't give you the confidence that some of those kickstands on other bikes give you, like on the ZX14 or anything. It doesn't